Hi, YouTube, welcome. So, in today's video, we have a top-down analysis on the dollar index, the euro, the pound, and the gold. Okay, so on the dollar index, you can see that we have this high being swept. Okay, so we first swept this high and then we closed above, so indicating that we are looking to take this swing high. Okay, so after taking that swing high, we closed bearish here to the downside. So we're looking for a downwards move in the EQ of the previous day candlestick. Okay, so currently you can see we have this break here to the downside. So after that break, we go down to the 4 hour time frame. So on the 4 hour time frame, you can see that we have this break here to the downside here on the 4 hour time frame. Okay, so this break on the 4 hour time frame. So we're having this order block here, which you'll be looking for price to mitigate and then we sell to the downside. All right. So on a 30 minutes time frame, you can see on the 30 minutes time frame, we had this break of structure to the upside here. Okay. And then we're having this shift here to the downside. All right. So this is our break of structure to the downside. All right. And this was the break of structure to the upside. Okay. So let's go up to the 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, you can see that we have this order block here. Okay. This is a 1 hour order block here, which is supply zone. And then we're having another supply zone here on the 1 hour time frame, which is unmitigated here. Okay. So you can see that price decided to mitigate this fair value gap and then left this one behind. So we'll be waiting for price to return, then mitigate this other block or this other block, and then sweep this high as a liquidity, and then we look for a lower time frame shift to then sell to the downside. All right. So on a 50 minutes time frame, you can see that we have this other block here on the 50 minutes time frame too. Okay. So we'll be waiting for price to mitigate this other block here after sweeping an Asia high liquidity here. Look for a lower time frame shift and then we sell to the downside. So if we don't get a confirmation here, we'll be looking for confirmation on one of these H1 order blocks here. Okay. So on the Euro USD, I caught a nice trade here on the Euro USD. Okay. So on the Euro USD, you can see that after sweeping this low, price then closed upside here. Okay. So I was looking for a trade within the EQ of the previous candlestick. Okay. So after sweeping that low and closing above the previous candlestick high, I went down to the 50 minutes time frame. So on the 50 minutes time frame, you can see that on the 50 minutes time frame of the Euro USD, we had this break here. This was an M30 break of structure to the downside, and the 50 minutes break here, and then we change character here on the 50 minutes time frame. So this was my demand zone to then buy to the upside here to break this high. Okay, so after price sweeping this Asia low, mitigating this other block, we got a change of character or internal change of state of delivery here. Okay, so my entry was here. All right, my stop loss and my take profit was at 2R. All right, so I targeted 2R, and then as you can see, price then moved beautifully to the upside, even targeting more risk to reward here. All right, okay, so price made 7R. All right, but I took 2 hours on this trade. So after that, you can see that on the daily time frame, so you can see that on the daily time frame, we have this break here. Okay. So after that break, you closed above and then we closed above this high. So indicating that we are looking to take this as our drawing liquidity. All right. So after that, we move down to the 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, you can see that we have this break of structure to the downside, and then this is a 1 hour break of structure to the upside. Okay. So this is the 1 hour break of structure to the upside. All right. So after that, you can see we have this other block here. And then we'll be looking for price to mitigate either this demand zone here. Look for a lower time frame shift to the upside and then we sell and we buy. Or the same thing here and then we buy. Okay. So on a 15 minutes time frame, let's go down to the 15 minutes time frame. So on a 15 minutes time frame, you can see that on the 15 minutes time frame, we have this other block here too on the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so this is the last other block here that caused this impulsive move to break this to change the character to the upside. So you have this other block here, but I'll not be interested in buying from this other block, but I'll be interested. Let's check our premium versus discount range. Okay, all right. So on a 15 minutes time frame, this was our change of character to the upside. This is a break of structure to the upside on 15 minutes time frame. All right. So this other block is valid. So on a 15 minutes time frame, we're waiting for price to mitigate this other block, and then we give a lower time frame shift to then buy to the upside. Okay, the same thing happens here, and the same thing happens here. So we'll be looking for price to then buy to the upside. So on the GBP USD, so on GU, so on GBP USD, you can see that price swept this low, we closed below, and then we mitigated this other block here, which is demand zone on the daily time frame. So after mitigating that demand zone, price then swept here and closed above the previous candlestick low, indicating a bullish reaction. So price then mitigated the EQ of the previous candlestick, and then we give a impulsive move to the upside. Okay, so you can see that we have a close here on the daily time frame. All right. So on the 1 hour time frame, so you can see on the 1 hour time frame, we're having this break of structure to the upside. Okay. So price mitigated this other block here, the previous candlestick, and then we got an impulsive move to the upside. All right. So after that, we have this other block here as our H1 other block. Okay. To look for a reaction to the upside. So on the 15 minutes time frame, As you can see on the 50 minutes time frame, let's measure our premium and discount range. So on the 50 minutes time frame, you can see that from this low to this high, our 50% lies here. Okay. So this demand zone is valid for a reaction to the upside. So if price mitigates one of these other blocks, we'll be looking for a shift to the upside to then buy. All right. So on the go to, so when you look at gold, I took some beautiful trade to the downside. I took a sell trade to the downside. You can see on the 50 minutes time frame that we had this break of structure to the downside on the 50 minutes time frame. The previous candlestick, we closed below the previous low. Okay, so this was our other block here, and then we got a change of state of delivery here. So I entered here with my take profits here for a beautiful tourist reward. All right, but price then made four risk to reward. So on the let's um let's check the daily time frame. So on gold on the daily time frame, you can see that on the daily time frame, price then swept this high. We didn't close above, indicating a lower price action. So after that, we got a close here, and then we then got another close here to indicate a lower price action. Okay, so you can see that we swept this low and then we've swept this high. So I don't have a bias on the daily time frame, but on the weekly time frame, you can see that on the weekly time frame, we swept this high and then we closed below this low. All right. So I'll be looking for a selling opportunity within this weekly time frame to then carry this low. Okay. On the weekly time frame, but on the daily time frame, I don't have any bias on the daily time frame. Okay. We swept this low and then we swept this high. So price is currently ranging on daily time frame. So I don't have any trade on the EURUSD for the next day. So I stay out of the market on the EURUSD.